In the previous episode, we started with breakfast and had delicious scrambled eggs. Before packing our gear, we enjoyed coffee. Then we got started. We talked about camping, weather conditions, and what to look out for when paddling on Lake Inari. In this episode, we show you the third day of the canoe trip on Inari. If you missed the first and second episodes, don't worry, we've included links to them in the comments of this video. Don't forget to watch, like, comment and subscribe. Enjoy watching! This time we had traditional Finnish oatmeal for breakfast. We cooked it with water and added some raspberry jam. We love to eat such oatmeal, especially with delicious Finnish milk. In Poland, we used to drink such delicious milk about 30 years ago. It's long gone from the stores. It was the second hot day, but the first without wind. This time, however, the water temperature seemed a little higher than on previous days and encouraged swimming. The lack of wind prompted us to head out into the open waters of the lake. This time, we could admire the immensity of the water. Unfortunately, we didn't sail to our destination as we checked the weather forecast on the windy app. There was a low pressure center off the central Baltic and it was moving towards us. While it was quiet in here, there was a storm of 11 on the Beaufort scale, which we had been warned about by sailor friends who had been held up by the storm in one of the Baltic ports and knew we were now on Inari. Paddling around Inari, we passed from time to time some houses called mökki in Finland, very popular among Finns on spring and summer days. Many of the cottages on Inari are accessible only by water. This means that their owners have to leave their cars in one of the parking lots and arrive by boat. It's worth knowing that it's better not to camp near them, at least out of sight of the owner. Vegetation on the banks is similar to that on the moors. Particularly where there is a stronger wind, there are fewer trees, and cloudberry, bog bilberry and swamp grow in dense clusters on a thick layer of humus. Cloudberry can also be found here. As mentioned, we arrived at Inari at the beginning of August, so it was past cloudberry season, but we did find some fruit. Reindeer often appeared on the shore. Most often they stayed close to the lake and coming down to drink. Reindeer graze in the wild, but have their owners, the Sami, have the exclusive right to herd reindeer in Sweden and Norway, and in Finland people living in the Sapmi area can also do so. Every year the reindeer are gathered in one place. was not the most difficult thing to do, but we had to spend several tenths of minutes finding a suitable place to land and then a comfortable place to pitch the tent. The banks were mostly rocky, but between the exposed rocks there were depressions filled with a thin layer of soil and either moss or blueberry bushes. This made it possible to pitch a tent and sleep quite comfortably on the soft moss. The sites we found had most likely been used many times by others, as evidenced by the prepared fire pit and chopped wood for making a fire. Of course, having used this wood, we left an equal amount for others to use. We usually cooked on a campfire, but on one trip it was so hot that we only used a solid fuel stove to avoid overheating.